This is Ron back here with another video on Ron Brown's YouTube channel. And today's sort of a mini drone Monday show here. I've got some mini drones behind me. It's a mini drone Monday, so maybe we'll make this a regular thing. Who knows? So I just wanted a couple quick updates here. I put a couple videos out last week on this is the Autel Nano Plus drone. It was released around January 1st of this year. It was Autel's first a mini drone under 250 grams, and it had an advanced camera, had kind of a large sensor. I forget what the one. It's all a little bit smaller than one sensor. Has a wide aperture. Has many improvements over the previous mini drones from other makers. But anyhow, I put two videos out on it last week, and I did a kind of a test flight of the new firmware for the Autel Nano, the 1.4.15 version of the firmware. But I do want to update you. After that flight after I did that test flight, there was a iOS app update for the Autel Sky app, and that was 1.4.40, which optimized it for iOS 16. So I was not using that. I was using the iPhone, and the iPhone was upgraded to ISO 16, but I was not flying with the updated app. It did not appear until after that flight was over. So I didn't really have any real issues on the flight. The drone performed well in most distances. So I don't know what the app would have fixed for me in that test flight, but I've under a bit of a bad weather here. I've got the remnants of Hurricane Ian here at the Jersey Shore, so I will not be flying for a couple days until it passes all the way through. It's high winds and rain, but I will get back out again and test it with the updated app for the drone. So looking forward to that. And I've got a couple tips. I've always complained about this performance in the wind. Everybody says, well, turn obstacle avoidance off. And I said, well, I've done that. Plus, when I have problems, I put it in sport mode, which automatically disables obstacle avoidance mode. But I still have trouble flying in the wind. Now, on this firmware update, it flew better than the wind I've ever sat it fly before you in the wind for me. It's the best I've ever seen it perform for me. Is say my drone. I mean, I know somebody's going to say below that their drone handles the wind great, and I'm not saying yours done. I'm just talking about my Nano Plus that has never handled the wind very well, but it did much better in that last test flight with the new firmware. But one of my subscribers, commenters, commented that I should go into the settings and go not only into ludicrous mode, which is kind of Autel's version of sport mode, which means it flies at as fast as possible speed, but even in those settings, it has a little option where you can toggle either. I don't know the wording, but you can toggle it either for the performance for either camera or speed priority. And I've always chose camera because, it's a camera drone. I'm always up filming. So I always want the best camera performance. But he said if you choose the speed option, it'll perform much better in the wind and go much faster. Again, I'm not so much interested in speed. I'm interested in, how well it can perform in the wind. So I will try that next time I get out because I've never tried the speed option over the camera option. So that was hopefully that's is going to be my solution to all my issues. Because sometimes, I'll fly out, into, against the wind on the way out. I know with the wind on the way out, and of course it's cruising along like a jet airplane when I'm flying with the wind behind it. But when it comes time to bring it back, I've seen it go as slow as 1, 2, 3 miles per hour trying to get back in the wind. So at that point, I'm not really trying to film. Maybe I've done my filming on the way out, but I just want to get back. So putting it into that, ludicrous with the, having to put on a priority to prioritize speed over camera. If that can get it back to me at a decent speed, even 10 to 15 miles per hour would be acceptable in most cases. I would be very happy. So I will try that out in a video as soon as Hurricane Ian gets out of here. hopefully by the end of the week. So, and also my good friend Ross Langdon, also a subscriber and commenter, he mentioned to me that if you put it in portrait mode, that the tracking works in portrait mode. So I've never played around with portrait mode. I'm not like a big selfie guy. I'm not really trying to film myself that often, and then I usually don't have. I usually fly alone. For no other reason, I don't know that many friends locally that fly, and I usually fly to spur of the moment whenever the weather's good or the conditions are good, the sky is nice, it looks good for pictures and videos. So I don't do a lot of pre-planned flights ahead of time. So I wind up mostly flying alone. In other words, so I don't really, I haven't really. I mean, I've looked at the portrait mode for a couple seconds, and to figure out that it doesn't have much there for me, but I never tried the portrait mode in there. So I will, again, when I get it out again at the end of the week, I will try that portrait mode out and see if I have the tracking, whether I can move around in portrait mode and will track me. I put a video out this summer where I found a hack where you can activate the tracking mode even in normal filming, but that's something that is not highly recommended. I'm not recommending you do it, but I mean, if you put that video, down below or someplace. If you want to look at that video again, I'm not telling you, to do this or that Autel wants you to do this or you're safe to do this. I'm just saying, video just for entertainment value only. In other words, what do they say? Don't try this at home, folks. But anyhow, so I got a couple, videos planned on the Autel coming up. I know the Autel's not the most popular drone on my channel. It doesn't do as well as some of the other drones, but I mean, it is a good little mini drone, and it's. If it's a alternative to the DJI Mini 3, which of course is sitting right beside it here, and you're wondering what's on the front of this Mini 3 here. I just recently got a product in from Start RC. You can never focus this stuff. There you go. It's an alternative gimbal cover for it, which kind of covers the obstacle avoidance sensors, and it's also easier to get on and off. But I've got a whole video where I demonstrate that, so I'll link that down below too, where you can see that I demonstrate how this gimbal may be a good option over the factory gimbal, and this is very affordable also. So, and I plan on the Mini 3. It hasn't really got any updates or anything recently, but we're going to get out there and fly it anyways. But if it gets any updates, we'll fly it even sooner. It's fall season now, great time to fly. It's not as hot down here at the Jersey Shore, but it's still you can go out and get some amazing shots, and you're less restricted this time of year because you don't have all the tourists around. Of course, you follow your regs here. You don't fly over people. I think it's groups of people, large amounts of people. I forget the exact wording in there, but I try not to fly over any people except for me. You're allowed to fly over yourself. So, but anyhow, this time of year, the people are all gone. It's real easy to fly even down at the beach and not fly over anybody. I mean, it's a couple dog walkers down there, whatever, a couple surfers, and it's easy to avoid flying over those people. So So again, I look forward to getting a lot of flying done in the month of October. Great month down here at the great fall month down here at the shore, and even early November is a good time of year too. So so that's about it. On Mini Drone Monday, we're kind of still waiting for a DJI to officially announce or come out with what we call the Mini 3 SE, and that will be kind of a scaled down version of the Mini 3. Rumors are it will eliminate the obstacle avoidance sensors and thus bring the price down to a more affordable level. A lot of people bought the Mini 2, big fans of the Mini 2. They really did, warm up too much the price jump. The Mini 3 Pro here. I mean, you get the Mini 3 Pro in kind of standard kit with the standard controller. I believe it's $759. Still is $759, but that's quite a jump from the $449 that the Mini 2 cost you. So a lot of people, just stay put with the Mini 2. But if they could shave, even half of that price off, say that, right now, if you want to upgrade, if you wanted to go from the Mini 2 to the Mini 3, you'd have to pay $300 more and above what you paid for the Mini 2. Where if they could shave that down to, maybe $150, maybe even down, $200 off of that $759 and get it down to maybe $549, or now it's only $100 more than the Mini 2, or even maybe $599. You may get more people to upgrade from the Mini 2, and the big upgrade on the Mini 3, of course. One of the big upgrades was his optical avoidance sensors, because of course the Mini 2 only had downward facing sensors, but a lot of people, obstacle avoidance is not that important to them. They don't really want to pay $300 more to get obstacle avoidance. But I mean, you're getting a lot more than that. You're getting a much better camera. You're getting most of the intelligent flight features you get on your Mavic, your Mavic series, Mavic 2, Mavic 3, and Air 2S series of drones. So there's a lot more there than just obstacle avoidance sensors. Though anyhow, if they can shave a good amount of money off the price of the Mini 3, and at least keep the good camera in this, I'm sure they could get more people to upgrade from their Mini 2s. So anyhow, that's it today. That's just all I got today on Mini Drone Monday. But yeah, please, if you're interested in Autel, check out some of the recent videos I put out. And those I'll try to put some links down below. And if you would, any interest in gimbal guard, for the Mini 3 there, like that video too. So in other words, we'll see you next Monday for another edition of Mini Drone Monday here on Ron Brown's YouTube channel. So get out there and fly Mini Drone.